सबको जय श्री कृष्ण।
जय श्री कृष्ण।
आज हम दूसरे दिन उपस्थित हुए हैं आप सबके समक्ष।
कुछ बोलने जा रहे हो?
नहीं ठीक है,
ठीक
आपने शुरू कर दिया था।
नहीं बस हम नमस्कार ही तो करें।
हाँ, क्योंकि
सभी को जय श्री कृष्ण।
जय श्री कृष्ण।
बहुत धन्यवाद दोनों स्वामी जी जो कैलिफोर्निया से पधारे हुए हैं। पिछले सप्ताह भागवत कथा का हमने आनंद लिया और कल से यहाँ सनातन सेंटर यानी कि 550 वेम्बली रोड पर जैसे कि आप देख रहे हैं कार्यक्रम चल रहा है, तो हम विशेष स्वागत करते हैं। भगवान को भी धन्यवाद करते हैं कि जो आध्यात्मिक ज्ञान की परिपूर्णता से आप लोग हम लोगों को सुसज्जित कर रहे हैं, इसके लिए अनेकों धन्यवाद। और आज का कार्यक्रम जैसे आप देख रहे हैं कि यहाँ भजन भी होगा और एंड में जो लोग भाग लेना चाहते हैं तो आप भजन में भी भाग लेंगे। तो एक बार फिर हम दोनों को स्वागत कर रहे हैं, आप दोनों को, और सभी लोगों को स्वागत कर रहे हैं सनातन क्वींसलैंड की ओर से। तो नमस्कार।
बहुत धन्यवाद। बिटिया को भी बहुत धन्यवाद जो इतना सुंदर भजन सुनाया। चलिए तालियों से इनका स्वागत करें। हमारा बहुत अच्छा भाग्य है, असीम कृपा है प्रभु की, जो इस सनातन सेंटर, सनातन सभा मंदिर में हम उपस्थित हैं आप सबके समक्ष, इन सब ब्राह्मण देवताओं के मध्य में और आप सब पुण्य आत्माओं के बीच में। बहुत आनंद आता है, हमको हृदय से खुशी होती है। We are very grateful to the Sanatan Center. I know some people have requested, they don't understand Hindi, so we will be mindful of that. Thank you. So we express our gratitude to Sanatan Mandir and Anand ji, Ralim ji, Vidya ji, and so many people, so many, Viren ji. We cannot take everybody's name, it's not possible because so many people prakat ya aprakat रूप से सेवा करते हैं. They are always giving themselves to the world. We are also trying to do that in a very small way, and hopefully the goal is that we all go back a little bit wiser from the knowledge of our scriptures. Everything we say comes from our Guru and scriptures. We are not giving you anything new. You already know most of it. Our job is only to remind you. याद कराते हैं, हम सब बैठ के सत्संग करते हैं। तो सत्य का संग, association of truth is सत्संग, and that is one of the gatekeepers to the palace of liberation. मुक्ति के द्वार के लिए सबसे सीधा रास्ता सत्संग का रास्ता है, जो आप सब लोग कर रहे हैं। भजन, कीर्तन, श्रवण, स्क्रिप्चर्स का मान। तो अभी पितृपक्ष चल रहा है। Most of you know what Pitru Paksha is, paying respects to our departed souls. 3 generations, father, grandfather, great-grandfather, whoever have passed away from this planet Earth and are now in the astral world. तो उनके लिए हम प्रार्थना कर रहे हैं। In the end, we do the पुण्यदान, उनको पुण्यदान भी करते हैं और हम सब उसका लाभ उठाते हैं। It happens to be right now, Pitru Paksha is going on September 10th to September 25th. That is why Sanatan Mandir also invited us for 3 days, so we could all enjoy the bliss of Satsanga. So without much further delay, let us all join our hands and start with 3 Oms. यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मोक्षीयमामृतात्। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। हमारा दंडवत प्रणाम है उस ब्रह्मांडीय ईश्वरीय शक्ति को, हमारे परम पूज्य गुरुदेव स्वामी ज्योतिर्मयानंद जी महाराज को, हमारे परम गुरु स्वामी शिवानंद जी महाराज को, जगत गुरु आदि शंकराचार्य जी को, सब साधु संतों को, विश्व के सब धर्मों को और आप सब में विद्यमान परमात्मा को और हमारे मध्य में सब ब्राह्मण देवताओं। Our humble prostrations to the all-pervading Brahman, to our worshipful Guruji, Swami Jyotirmayanand Ji Maharaj, to our Param Guru Swami Shivanand Ji Maharaj of Divine Life Society, Rishikesh, India, to Adi Guru, Jagat Guru, World Guru Shankaracharya Ji, who started the Sannyasa tradition, to all sages and saints, and to each one of you, to the divinity in each one of you, present here or listening online. We all are blessed to enjoy the nectar of this satsanga. So we normally read the message of our Guruji. So let us all hold our hands, enjoy the nectar. These are the teachings of a self-realized master, which is very rare in this world to find. Tattva-jnani Guru, Brahmanisht, Brahmashrotriya, one who is established in Brahman and can also guide people. That is what took us to our journey, both Swami Lalita Priyananda Ji and myself. So Swamiji says, blessed self, adorations, aspire for self-realization even during this very life. तो मुक्ति का प्रयास कीजिए मानव जन्म में, in this human life we can attain liberation. There is nothing else worth aspiring for in this transient world. Everything else becomes dust because we become dust. In the end, nothing is remaining. If you hunger and thirst for the fullness of the self, you will automatically draw to yourself all that is good and auspicious to your personality. That is the divine law. Just like we have laws here, that is the divine law. Automatically we get all the things we need for our evolution. Magically a guru will come because you have purified yourself. आपने अपना शुद्धिकरण किया है. A life lit up with the light of wisdom is never a selfish life. Saints, sages, they give themselves unconditionally. And we will discuss this more in the Bhagavad Gita for the next 2 days. It is like a stream that serves countless souls as it flows on to the ocean of the divine self. Like river Ganga, whoever bathes in it gets purified and then it merges in the ocean. Our life should also be like that river, purifying others and then attaining self-realization. What glorious summits of beauty hide within the depths of your own being. In other words, you are divine. That is why we say to the divinity in each of you. Each of you are not just human. We are partly human due to the 5 elements, but we are also divine due to the Atma, consciousness within us. What wondrous flowers bloom in the gardens of your heart. Wondrous flowers, valleys of ecstasy, right within. No need to go anywhere. All that is okay if you want to enjoy. But the real joy is within you. What treasures lie buried deep within your soul. Within your soul, you have all that you need. Seek, discover, and realize. खोजो, अनुसंधान करो और साक्षात्कार प्राप्त करो. May God bless you. Dying Swami Jyotirmayanandaji Maharaj. Our Guruji is 91 right now, still in physical form. So we every day pray for his long and healthy life. May he continue to guide us, give us energy and strength so we can continue to spread his wisdom to whoever is interested, wherever they may be, whether it is one person or thousands of people. Everywhere we can light a small candle. That's all we ask. Hari Om Tat Sat.
Hari Om Tat Sat. Narayan, Narayan, Shriman Narayan. आप सबको आत्म प्रणाम, प्रेम भरा प्यार भरा आत्म प्रणाम, अभिनंदन है आप सबको, स्वागत है यहाँ आने के लिए। ओम तत्सत, हरि ओम। Is it better now? आप सब वहाँ पीछे सुन सकते हो? अच्छा ठीक है, हरि ओम। आप सबको अभिनंदन है, प्रेम भरा प्यार भरा आशीर्वाद है। And all those online, welcome to our beautiful satsanga here at Sanatan Center in Brisbane. In Brisbane, Queensland, Australia, to be specific. And this is what, Stratton? No, what's Veriamba City. Okay. Logan City. Okay. So, all of you, wherever you are listening from, and we always try our best to connect everyone through Facebook, a nice platform. At least we are enjoying this. We don't have to be present here physically, and there are devotees, there are aspirants who are connected from India, Canada, and of course it used to be Australia, and here so many are still maybe at home. And
England, South Africa.
yeah, England, South Africa, and not forgetting United States of America. They may be sleeping now, but when they wake up, they get connected. That's the beauty. It gets recorded. And when we leave, we all have once a week satsanga on Srimad Bhagavad Gita every Sunday. Yours would be Monday, and ours is Sunday. And then every Thursday, I do Srimad Bhagavad Mahapuran. We started right from the beginning, slowly, little. You can also join there, go listen. We have Integral Yoga Foundation, Divine Light Yoga. That's a Facebook page that we have. You don't have to be our friends. You can just go. It's public. You can still go and गोता लगाइए उसमें जब भी समय मिले आधा सुनिए फिर later on you can listen little by little but you can catch up from day one. So those are two, and Swamiji also does it on every Friday, Yoga Vashishta. So some of you probably never heard about Yoga Vashishta. Yoga Vashishta is Maharamayan, so you can find out more about it and get into that. So we have many out there. All you have to dive into it and have that aspiration from within, wanting to be taking those steps within this very life. Like the message क्या था कि इसी जीवन में लक्ष्य रखिए मुक्ति का, तब अगर इस जीवन में नहीं हुआ तो दूसरा में, तीसरा में कुछ और उद्धार होगा. तो ऐसे करके मैं कल प्रॉमिस करी थी कि I will explain the 3rd, 4th and 5th श्लोका from गीता ध्यानम. तो ऐसे ही आप ध्यान लगाइए श्रीमद् भगवद गीता पर बैठ के, जैसे कल मैंने बताया रहा उसी तरह. So you can focus on your Guru and Lord Krishna at his lotus feet and Srimad Bhagavad Gita that can liberate us even within this very life. The 4th shloka was Sarvopnishaddo Gavo Dogdha Gopalanandanaha Partho Vatsah Sudhir Bhokta Dugdham Gitamratam Mahata. All the Upanishads, हमारा जितना भी उपनिषद है क्या है, हमारे गौ माता है, गौ माता के समान है. All the Upanishads are the cows. Who is the milker? कौन उनके दूध दूह रहे हैं? Lord Krishna, right? Lord, the milker is our Lord Krishna, and the cowherd boy, Lord Krishna, who is the cowherd boy, गौ पालन करते हैं. तो ये गीता भी उनके मुख की वाणी है, कोई झुठला नहीं सकता है. हर एक श्लोक आप पढ़ोगे किसी भी गीता में, चाहे इस्कॉन का गीता हो चाहे वो श्लोक नहीं बदलता, लेकिन उसका एक्सप्लेन करने का विधि अलग अलग है. तो इसमें है all Upanishads are the cows, the milker is Krishna, the cowherd boy. And Arjun, who is Arjun in Srimad Bhagavad Gita? अर्जुन, या इंग्लिश में थोड़ा सा अर्जुना बोल देते हैं क्योंकि एन आई लगता है तो वो प्रोनाउंसिएशन ठीक होता, वो नहीं तो एन को साइलेंट मान लेते हैं. तो पार्थ इज अर्जुन. हु इज अर्जुन? काफ, गाय का बछड़ा अर्जुन है. हम सब यहाँ वही गाय के बछड़े हैं अर्जुन की तरह, और अपने आप को वही समझ के गीता का उपदेश सुनिए और अपने ध्यान में लाइए, उसको मेडिटेशन में लाइए और अपने जीवन में लाइए. Listen carefully, contemplate on it, meditate on it and apply in your lives. So just know you are the calf like Arjun. Men of purified intellect. अर्जुन हमारे लिए प्रश्न पूछते, हमारे पास भी कई प्रश्न होते हैं. क्यों ऐसे? कई लोग तो पूछते राधा है कौन? सच में ये गलती करते थे. कई लोग उनका शरण भी लेते हैं, कृष्ण जी का शरण लेते कि ऐसे ऐसे करते थे, हम भी कर सकते हैं. वो करते थे, उनके पास 1000 गोपियाँ थे तो हम भी 1000 गोपी रख सकते हैं. लेकिन कृष्ण बन के तो दिखाओ, तब 1000 गोपी रखना. एक के पालन नहीं कर पाते और 100 को, ये एक सीख है इसमें से. हाँ, men of purified intellect are the drinkers. कौन दूध पीता है? जिनका ज्ञान यहाँ घुसता है, जो अपने आप को अर्जुन समझता है या समझती है. इसमें जेंडा की बात नहीं है, मेल फीमेल आत्मा का जेंडा नहीं है. तो the milk is the great nectar of the Gita. तो अगर उसका पान करोगे तो अमृत तत्व जरूर मिलेगा। अगर पान करोगे तो सुन रहे हो, अपने जीवन में उतारे। So the fifth shloka is from the Gita Dhyanam, 5वां श्लोक। वसुदेव सुतं देवं कंस चाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानंदं कृष्णं वंदे जगद्गुरुं। श्री कृष्णं वंदे जगद्गुरुं। श्री कृष्णं वंदे जगद्गुरुं। I salute Lord Krishna. I salute unto you. मैं आपको बारंबार कोटि कोटि साष्टांग प्रणाम करती हूँ, करता हूँ, नमन करती हूँ, करता हूँ। आप जगत के गुरु हैं। You are the world teacher and you are the son of Vasudeva. That's why he's called Vasudeva. You are the destroyer of Kamsa and Chanura. ये कौन थे कंस और चाणूर? असुरस थे, उनको मार दिए, कंस को, जिसको कोई भी नहीं खत्म कर सकते थे कृष्ण जी। और कई लोग बोलते कृष्ण का कुछ लीला ही नहीं हुआ, कई लीलाएं करे, कई असुर को मारे हैं। तो लेकिन सुनिए गीता, पढ़िए, तब तो जान पाओगे। द सुप्रीम ब्लिस ऑफ देवकी क्या है? परम आनंद है देवकी, उनकी माँ की। लेकिन उधर दूसरा तरफ यशोदा की भी है, ब्लिस ऑफ यशोदा ऑल्सो। लेकिन ये श्लोक में बोलते हैं ब्लिस ऑफ देवकी। 6th श्लोक है। भीष्म द्रोणा तटा जयद्रथा जला गांधार नीलोत्पला शल्या ग्रहवती कृपेण वाहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थाम विकर्ण घोर मकरा दुर्योधना वर्तिनी सोतिर्न खलु पांडवैरनदी कैवर्तकः केशवाः। So this shloka means with Keshav, another name for Lord Krishna is Keshav. With Keshav as the helmsman verily was crossed by the Pandavas. उनका जो अगुवाई श्री कृष्ण थे, तो पांडव क्या करे? वो भवसागर कर गए, वो युद्ध को जीत गए। सिर्फ भगवान, हमारे पास भी अगर भगवान है तो हम हर एक युद्ध जीत सकते हैं। लेकिन अगर आप दुनियावी माया में घुसोगे, दुनियावी माया को अपनाओगे, इसके मतलब जैसे दुर्योधन की तरह, मुझे इतना सेना चाहिए, मुझे आपका ये चाहिए, वो चाहिए। और कौरवस होते हुए भी उनको क्या हुआ? खत्म हो गए, एक भी नहीं बचा। और पांडव 5, और भगवान उनके साथ, हमारे भी साथ भगवान है, तो हर एक कष्ट को हम निवारण कर सकते हैं। ऐसा श्रद्धा रखिए। तो द बैटल रिवर whose banks were भीष्म एंड द्रोणा, देखो भीष्म जी, द्रोणाचार्य जो सबके गुरु थे, वो पांडव को भी, कौरव का, लेकिन उन्होंने किसका साथ दिया? तो वो उनका नदी का 2 किनारे थे, फिर भी रोक नहीं पाए, क्योंकि भगवान के आगे और किसका चल सकता है बताओ? No one else, only the Lord. So the battle river whose banks were Bhishma and Drona, whose water was Jayadratha. This is what this shloka means. So water was Jayadratha. ये सब बुरे कर्म करने वाले लोग। Whose blue lotus was the king of Gandhar. आप सब जानते हो king of Gandhar कितने कितने बुरे थे। और क्रोकोडाइल उसमें कौन था? मगरमच्छ। उस जल में मगरमच्छ भी थे। Excuse me. उस जल में मगरमच्छ भी थे, और वो मगरमच्छ था शल्या। Whose current was कृपाचार्य, whose below was Karna. सब जानते हो कर्ण कौन थे? उन्हीं का भाई थे पांडवों का। तो लेकिन हालात ने ऐसे किया कि उनको पता नहीं था। Whose terrible alligators were Ashwathama and Vikarna, whose whirlpool was Duryodhan. whirlpool क्या है? भंवर। तो दुर्योधन ऐसा था कि वो भंवर में सबको खींच के डुबा के खत्म करा दिए। जो जो उनके साथ दिए खत्म हो गए। तो ये श्लोक का मतलब ये है। तो उसके बाद हम एक भजन करेंगे।
this is our next generation. तो कितना अच्छा लगता है जब इतना सुंदर सुंदर भजन. एक ताली इन सब के लिए. बहुत हरिओम हरिओम. तो चलिए हम अपना गीता उपदेश स्वामी ललिता प्रियानंदा जी ने बहुत अच्छे से ये जो गीता महात्म्य के 3 और श्लोक कल 3 और सुनाएंगे और फिर हमारा समाप्ति भी है. टुमारो वी आर फिनिशिंग इट. दिस वाज अ शॉर्ट प्रोग्राम बट the content and the love that each of you has bestowed upon us is amazing. We are very thrilled, both of us. तो गीता का महात्म्य, nobody has the power to express Gita in its intended format. Many have tried. इतना जितना लिटरेचर गीता के ऊपर बड़े बड़े विद्वानों ने टिप्पणी करी है, so much, this voice becomes incompetent to explain Gita. None of us can explain it. इसकी गहराई इतनी अधिक है कि ना तो हम वाणी से बता सकते हैं, ना आप उसको कान से सुन सकते हैं. फिर भी जैसे कांटे से कांटा निकाला जाता है, when we get hurt, we have these tools, senses, mind, intellect. तो ये सब हमारे औजार हैं जिसको हम गीता के ज्ञान प्राप्त करने की कोशिश करते हैं. तो उसके माध्यम से हम कल्याण करते हैं. बट ये रहस्यमय ग्रंथ है, परम रहस्यमय, मीनिंग वेरी सीक्रेट, नॉट फॉर एवरीबॉडी. वी हैव टू बी क्वालिफाइड टू अंडरस्टैंड इट. मतलब हमारे उस समय गुरुकुल में प्रथा होती थी, उसको बोला जाता था अधिकारित्व, मीनिंग what is your qualification? Just like you can't go to masters without a bachelor's degree, you can't go to bachelor's without a high school degree. Much in the same way, 14 years, 15 years, the students would Gurukul tradition, they would serve the master. उसका लकड़ी काटते थे, सब काम करते थे ताकि उनकी कृपा प्राप्त हो. आजकल ये नॉलेज फ्री मिलता है, कोई सुनने को तैयार. What amazing times, huh? So this is what it is. We pay thousands of dollars for useless things. One vacation, so much money gone. यहाँ पर आपकी आत्मा का कल्याण हो रहा है. You are washing sins. You can get liberated. Not everybody. Obviously, you are here. You could have made any decision today. आप कहीं पर भी हो सकते थे, लेकिन आपके अंदर भक्ति रस है तो आप यहाँ हो. तो ये गीता का महात्म्य जो है ये रहस्यमय, क्योंकि अभी स्वामी जी वो पढ़े थे, सर्व उपनिषदों गावो दोग्धा गोपाल नंदनहा. तो ये सब वेदों उपनिषदों का सार है. दिस इज द एक्सट्रैक्ट ऑफ द नेक्टर. So there is so much knowledge out there that our minds will explode if we start reading everything, understanding everything. We cannot. So therefore the tradition of the Guru Shishya Parampara, the teacher, he comes, he knows what's right for you, for your prescription he gives you. तो इस तरीके से उसका सारा extract, they take out the useless things and give us what's good for us, हमारे लिए कल्याण के लिए. तो समुद्र की गहराई आप नाप सकते हैं. Maybe you can measure the depth of the ocean, but Gita you cannot. This is a scripture. तो इसका मतलब क्या है गीता का, कि ये एक साधारण बुक नहीं है. Don't consider it as a book. Consider it as a holy, your guide to life. जैसे हम इसको आदर से अपने मंदिर में रखकर पूजा कर पढ़ा खोलें, फिर इसको ध्यान करें. ये नहीं कि कुकीज खाते खाते गीता भी पढ़ रहे हैं साथ साथ. ये this is not an intellectual study, although there are many people who would do that, but that's not recommended. Because unless आपके अंदर भक्ति जागे, रस आए, devotion हो, this will not enter. Intellectually you may narrate the shloka, आप श्लोक बोल देंगे, सब कुछ कर देंगे, लेकिन उससे कल्याण नहीं होगा. It will only create more debates, and that is not the goal. What is the goal? Connect with God, isn't it? That is the goal. तो उसके लिए हमें शुद्धता लाना है, purification. Every word of Gita is inspiring and educational. तो हमारे कल्याण करने के लिए छोटा सा है ग्रंथ, 700 श्लोकास only out of महाभारत भीष्म पर्व. महाभारत बहुत बड़ा, 8-9 वॉल्यूम है. It will take you years, but here only 600-700 shlokas. Lord Krishna himself Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Nowhere do you say Shri Krishna Uvacha. Krishna is the medium, like our body is the medium through which we are expressing, but we are not this body. This thoughts and all that energy is coming from the Guru, from the consciousness and so on. तो ये समझना आवश्यक है कि गीता को हमको अंतःकरण में धारण करना है. What do you mean धारण करना? How do you do it? What you do is you take it inside your heart and it becomes a part and parcel of your life. How? Just like you're giving birth to a baby. पहले बच्चा नहीं है, जब बच्चा आता है तो कैसे आप उसको धारण करते हैं? Automatically he becomes part of your life and then anything happens to him, you want him. आप भूखे रहेंगे, उसको भोजन कराएंगे. You will do, it becomes part of you. शादी नहीं हुआ, you don't know who your husband will be. The minute you get married, धारण कर लिया. अब याद नहीं करना पड़ेगा, हस्बैंड का माला नहीं जपना पड़ता मेरे इसका नाम, जैसे ओम श्री कृष्णाय नमः, we have to keep remembering. But for husband, you know he is there. तुम्हारा नाम ओम श्री उमेशाय नमः. You don't have to do it, क्योंकि आपके हृदय में धारण हो गया. It is already there. ये बात है. तो स्वयं जो है पद्मनाभ भगवान की वाणी है. श्री भगवान उवाच. In Gita, it is Shri Dhritarashtra Uvacha, Sanjay Uvacha, Arjuna Uvacha, but when in Krishna's time comes, they say Shri Bhagavan Uvacha, which means he is narrating Gita through the cosmic knowledge. इसमें आता है, they asked him to narrate the Gita another time, he says, वो मैंने योग की स्थिति में कही थी. Lord Krishna only is saying, even I cannot repeat what I told you then. Why? Because it was said from an enlightened, different viewpoint. तो भगवान खुद इसकी महिमा का वर्णन करते हैं. He has given very, very good. He says, whoever listens to Gita, whoever explains Gita is my dearest devotee. He's saying it in 18th chapter, Shloka 68 to 71. Those of you who like to keep Gita and then go deeper, you can. बहुत भगवान इसका आदर करते हैं, भक्तों का, संतों का. तो गीता ज्ञान के लिए क्या चीज चाहिए? Qualifications, I just told you. It's not you need a lot of intellectual capacity. Actually, that is a hindrance, to be honest. कभी कभी जितना बड़ा हमारा डिग्री उतना बड़ा सिर भी हो जाता है. The bigger the headache, the bigger the headache. The bigger the degrees, the more the ego. So we have to learn how to become humble like a blade of grass, yet stronger than a mountain. Not an easy feat, but it comes through faith. Shraddha. जब श्रद्धा हो जाएगी, तो मूकम करोति वाचालम पंगुम लंघयते गिरिम. Deaf can be eloquent, and lame will walk mountains. So that comes through bhakti and shraddha. Bhakti is devotion, shraddha is faith. Both are needed. Faith and devotion. तो जब वो हो जाता है, तो और क्या चाहिए? In this human body, what else do you need? That is the nectar. And mind you, every one of us is entitled to liberation even in this very life. Don't ever underestimate yourself. कभी अपने आप को ये नहीं बोलो, अरे अब तो गाड़ी छूट गई, बूढ़े हो गए, अब कहाँ मौका है. सबके लिए मौका है. Wake up. If your resolve is strong, you can move mountains. अभी जिन्होंने भागवतम अटेंड किया है, भगवान ने literally mountain उठाया हम सबके लिए. So when our faith is strong, nature bends down. God gives you what you need. But you have to be sincere. हमको शुद्ध होना पड़ेगा अपने और भगवान के बीच में. Why are we unhappy? Because we are a mess in this crazy world. We say something, we mean something, and then we do something completely different. No alignment. If your car is not aligned, it will go on. We get our cars aligned. Nobody thinks about aligning our thought, word, and deed. अगर वो तीनों चीजों में alignment आ जाएगा, you will be, peace has to follow. शांति स्वतः आती है. तो ये दुर्लभ मनुष्य शरीर प्राप्त हुआ है. दुर्लभ meaning rare. Human body embodiment is extremely rare. Out of 8.4 million species, according to Sanatan Dharma, we supposedly are the most elevated, most intellectually advanced. तो हमारे पास वो सब शक्ति है कि हम क्या करें. तो समय नष्ट ना करें, क्योंकि ये जीवन क्षण भंगुर है. क्षण भंगुर meaning think of a leaf and think of a drop on that leaf. Any minute that drop may fall. We are that drop. We, you and me. We don't know when we will fall off, but we are so intoxicated with the pleasures of the world कि भूल जाते हैं कि हमें होगा. We go to funeral homes, we see people passing away, we do this, all that, but वो उसके साथ है, मेरे साथ थोड़ी. I'm fine. But none of us are fine, isn't it? All it takes is one mishap, one calculation, one breath that comes out but doesn't want to come back in. Have you ever imagined the value of that one breath? तो भगवान बताते हैं समय को पकड़ो, ध्यान करो. समत्वम योग उच्यते. Samatva meaning equanimity is yoga. Lord Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita again and again reminds us. Why is he doing that? Because he is telling you कि इस धरती पर कोई भी ऐसा नहीं है जिसको दुख नहीं होगा या जिसको सुख प्राप्त नहीं होगा. थोड़ा सुख थोड़ा दुख सबको मिलता है. We are all, whether you are a janitor or a CEO or a president or a human, doesn't matter. We all are in this body and one day we will all depart. In the meanwhile, this problem, that problem, diabetes, heart, this, that, headache, so many things. Janma, mrityu, jara, vyadhi, dukkha, doshanu darshanam. Lord Krishna says, birth, death, old age, disease, every one of these things are painful. We don't want them. We only want nice bungalows and nice cars and happiness around us. Everybody in Facebook is always smiling. You don't see very many sad people. Why? It's not that they're not sad. You just don't see those Facebook postings. They're sad. They have to be sad. But only good things will show. हम humans की nature ही ऐसी बन चुकी है. We have become like everything. How are you? I'm fine. How could you be fine? You have so many problems. When you found out he's going through a divorce, his kid passed away, this happened, that happened. जिंदगी है. तो भगवान बार बार हमको ये बताते हैं कि इस बात को हम समझें कि ये मजाक नहीं है human body. And once it's gone, right? अब पछताए हो तो क्या जब चिड़ियाँ चुग गई खेत. The farmer has to give the right seeds, the right manure, the right rain, sunlight, everything. If he didn't do his job, we cannot complain. So equanimity, whether you see prosperity or you see adversity, be equal, sum in both. What do? We are like a yo-yo. When something good happens, party करो भाई, party कब है? इतना बड़ा काम हो गया, promotion हो गया, ये हो गया, वो हो गया. You tend to celebrate. And how do you celebrate? No, खाने पीने के लिए कुछ नहीं है. सिर्फ पनीर बना है. You want something else. You want to get drunk. So why? Why is that? If you are already drunk with God's love, I'm telling you, that is free and it doesn't even come down. बढ़ता रहता है. सच आपको हम अनुभव से बता रहे हैं. तो ये, और जब दुख आता है तो दुखी ही रहते हैं. सबको बताओ, मेरे साथ ऐसे हो गया, इसका ऐसे हुआ, उसने वैसे करा, उसको पता नहीं ये हुआ. We are wasting time. You could have done your mala, japa, you could have attended a satsang. Choices are there, isn't it? So yesterday we talked in great detail. Some of you missed the satsang yesterday. It's on Facebook if you want to listen to it. Very profound about हमारे पितरों के लिए हमारे क्या दायित्व हैं. What is our responsibility? We had covered that. तो केवल भगवान के लिए ही सब कर्मों का आचरण करना, which means we should live for God, whether we are wearing orange or not, whether we are sannyasis or you are grihasthis. We are all entitled to go in the same ship to God. All of us. There is no difference. It's just that we are the fortunate ones who have connected with an enlightened master Not in 1 or 2 years. What you are seeing is 25, maybe 25 or more years, and even from before. So पिछले जन्मों का भी कुछ पुण्य होगा. And we are still trying. We make mistakes. Every one of us is a human being. कोई perfect नहीं भगवान को छोड़ के. तो भगवान ने जिस दृष्टि से गीता लिखी है, पता है कैसे लिखी है? कि साधकों का हित कैसे हो? How do I help these people who are lost in this transient world, who are running and chasing after name, fame, money, this, that, and in the end have nothing to show but misery. Unhappiness will follow you if you are chasing the wrong thing. You have to know where your priorities are. No matter how much in pain you are, kitna bhi dukh ho, the minute you sleep, where does your pain go? Run away. You are fine till you wake up. Then again the drama starts. What makes you fine in your sleep? क्या होता है आपके साथ कि आप एक सृष्टि का निर्माण करते हैं, स्वप्न आता है, स्वप्न में भी आपको सुख दुख होता है. Even in your dream, you are afraid and you seek pleasures. But the minute you go to deep sleep, that zone जिसमें आपको गूढ़ निद्रा आता है, that is pure nectar. That joy, no money, no pleasures in the world can give you, and that is totally free. God gives you every night. हर रोज आप उसको अनुभव भी करते हो. सुबह उठ के फिर अरे सपना था, छोड़िए, it was just a dream, let it go. We don't really see that every day we are getting a trailer of the movie that we are trying to follow. तो ये गीता है. तो भगवान गीता की वाणी है और योग अवस्था में कही गई है. I just told you. So with that, this is the Mahatmya. This world seems very intoxicating, full of pleasures, but it's really like a vish-yukta laddu. Vish-yukta laddu. क्या होता है लड्डू? Ganesh ji likes laddus. We all like laddus. But suppose there is poison in it. Which one of you will eat it? इसमें जहर है, तो दूर रख देते हो. ऐसे ही जब हम इस संसार को ऐसे पकड़ लेते हैं जैसे ये विश्वयुक्त लड्डू है, it really traps us, isn't it? And then God is very merciful. He keeps giving you another opportunity, another one and another one. कि चलो पुनरपि जननम पुनरपि मरणम पुनरपि जननी जठरे शयनम इहि संसारे बहु दुस्तारे कृपया पारे हरे भज गोविंदम. So he says this cycle will not end unless you do something about it. You meaning you and your Atma and you and this knowledge. This is how we do it. Just like there is ghee and butter inside the milk. But how will you take butter out? Milk, I want you to become butter. Please, I request you. Ghanti baja ke, I'm doing mala jap. Please. Nothing will happen. You will have to do effort. Churn. Succeed, fail. Eventually you will learn the process. Nikal aaya. That is how we learned how to light fire many years ago. So, effort, self-effort, which is what हम सब कर रहे हैं अभी. Self-effort है, आप गाड़ियाँ चला के आए हैं, हम भी आए हैं, और हम बैठ के ये ज्ञान यज्ञ भगवान के लिए कर रहे हैं. तो God is saying, Vasudeva Sarvam. In Sanatan Dharma, we accept everybody, like the ocean. Every river is welcome to come. We don't say you are a dirty river, you are clean, you are polluted, I won't accept you, go back. Everybody can come. Which means, don't change your religion to come to Sanatan Dharma. If you are a Christian, you will be a better one, just by listening to these things, listening to Bhagavad Gita, because these are universal knowledges, universal application of these things. Whoever you are, there is no conversion here, there is no quid pro quo, just knowledge. Take it or leave it, it's there. Water doesn't say, don't come drink me. You are a Muslim, don't come to me. You are a Christian. Gives. So that is what we have to do. Never criticize anybody, but be proud, be happy, be contented with who you are. It's a blessing. बहुत बड़ा धरोहर है. What is our prayer? We don't say God bless America, God bless Australia. We say God bless the universe. Everybody. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःख भाग भवेत्. May all be happy. May all be peaceful. May all be disease free. Why do we say that? Because in all you are automatically included. आप उसमें included हैं. समझ गए? तो ये इसका सार था. That is what the sar is. I have thought, tomorrow we are finishing, time is very little, 8:30 we end. So, we will pick on chapter 2 of Bhagavad Gita and take some important shlokas from there. Why only chapter 2? Because there are 18 chapters and 700 shlokas. We could go on for months, maybe years, but we have only one more day. तो उसके अंदर हम कोशिश करेंगे. चैप्टर 2 इज द हार्ट ऑफ भगवद गीता. हृदय, जैसे श्रीमद् भागवतम का हृदय कौन सा है? स्कंद 10वां, भगवान कृष्ण की लीलाएं. इसमें कौन सा? दूसरा. जब अर्जुन भटक गए, अर्जुन को मोह काट गया. He was intoxicated and he was totally dejected with fear. Fear of what? Fear of the war and fear of death. भय कि अरे, अभी बताया, ये भीष्म द्रोणा तथा all these things we are reading, they were a family, cousins, Kauravas and Pandavas. So I think that's what we will do. Take chapters 2. And the second thing is, because when we lose a loved one, as we all will, as it's the divine law, it will happen to us, it will happen to others, to all of us. That is why we covered the Pitra Paksh. They are all there. तो इसके लिए जब हम ये पढ़ेंगे तो भगवान कृष्ण का जो ये ज्ञान है, this knowledge that Lord has shared is deep wisdom. So we'll try to take these shlokas today and tomorrow and try to give you the essence, only the essence, little bit time that we have. So here, let's start with श्रीमद् भगवद गीता. अब क्या हुआ? युद्ध की स्थिति आ बनी. युद्ध मतलब everything between Pandavas and Kauravas. Most of you may have read Mahabharata. Some of you may know about Bhagavad Gita also. But what has happened is, in Mahabharata, the family of Kuruvanshi, Kurus are the cousins of Pandavas. They were 100. Their father was Dhritarashtra, blind king. Not only was he blind with his eyes, he was also blind with his intellect. Love was too much for stupid people. He supported his idiot son forever, knowing he is wrong, knowing he is doing wrong things. गलत काम कर रहा है, फिर भी मेरा पुत्र है. मैं मेरा, तू तेरा. I am me, you are you. संसार की परिभाषा ही यही है. My family, me, my job. All of you stay away a little bit. So that creates distance and that creates this. Pandavas, 5 ethical, good people, and I'm not going to get into Mahabharata. वो अभी हमारा वो objective नहीं है. But just to give you the context of the war, Pandavas did everything right, but they lost in dice, the game of dice, gambling. That's why they say don't go to gambling. Casinos. That's what he used to. Yudhishthira did. Gambled away himself, gambled away his brothers, gambled his wife, and in the end, 12 साल वन में जाकर उनको काटना पड़ा और 1 साल का अज्ञातवास. You know अज्ञातवास? 1 year incognito, where if anybody finds who you are, then again you will have to go for 12 years. And that was the condition. They lost. Yudhishthira was the eldest brother. Yudhishthira, Arjun, Nakul, Bhim or Sahadev. Only 5 brothers. Their mother was Kunti. A beautiful soul, Kunti. She loved Krishna so much that she was the only one who said, God give me pain, because when you give me pain, then somehow you appear. who will ask for pain? Tell me. We always say pain, pain, go away, rain, rain, go away. कोई भी पेन नहीं मांगता है, और हम भी नहीं बोलते कि पेन मांगना अच्छी बात है. कलयुग में तो पेन बिना बात की घुसी रहती है. It comes uninvited. You don't have to invite pain. Knock on your door, knock knock. Pain is here, like your FedEx. आजकल Amazon. Everything is easily available. So pain comes like that. So we are asking, don't invite pain, but at the same time, don't pain is there, but do your best to avoid it. Do your best, but when it comes, don't complain. Just understand this human body. ये तो होगा, कभी सुबह होती है तो रात होती है, सुबह तो शाम, जीवन, मृत्यु, यश, अपयश, लाभ, हानि, failure, prosperity. All these things will continue to alternate in our lives. Pretty simple, and we see it. Yet we keep on behaving irrationally. Somehow we only want good, we don't want bad. Somehow we only want. But when it comes, accept it with grace. That is the one. So now they have done their part. 12 साल घूम लिए, कष्ट झेल लिया. 1 साल इग्नोटिनोरी वो छुप के रहे, किसी को पता नहीं चला. Now when they come back, they are asking for their kingdom. They were kings, right? Both of the sides were affluent. हस्तिनापुर का राज्य था, अमीर लोग थे. तो उन्होंने कहा हमारा राज्य वापस दो, हस्तिनापुर. Yudhishthir said, I am not going to give you the land that a needle could occupy. Imagine you put needle on. तो Lord Krishna in the very end also went and said, भैया इनको 5 गांव दे दो. They are kings, but give them 5 villages because we don't want the fire.
Duryodhan said, I won't give you any.
Oh, Duryodhan, sorry. Duryodhan. The evil Kaurava brother. The whirlpool. Sorry, not Yudhishthir. Yudhishthir was the Dharmaraj. He was the ethical person. तो जब ये कुछ नहीं हुआ, and the end war became inevitable. जब कुछ मिलेगा नहीं तो क्या करोगे? ये धर्म का युद्ध है. The reason I am trying to explain why the war happened, isn't it? तो अब जब war हो गया तो बहुत सेना दोनों तरफ, roughly 4 million people were there. इनका 11 अक्षौहिणी सेना था. कौरवों का 225,000 is one battalion. They had 11 such battalions. And Pandavas had only 7. But who did they have on their side? Lord Krishna. And Lord Krishna said, मैं लड़ूंगा नहीं, I will not fight. Why did he say that? Because he says, I'll give you guidance, but you have to fight. I mean, Arjuna is you and me. हम और आप अर्जुन हैं. तो इसीलिए भगवान हमको गाइडेंस देते हैं, कहीं से कोई शक्ति आता है, लेकिन लड़ना हमको है. अर्जुन हम हैं. तो इसमें अर्जुन समझता है. तो now that setting is there, and the blind father was told umpteen times, you are the king. आप राजा हैं, आप बोलो युद्ध नहीं होना चाहिए. But his son was controlling the kingdom of his. And why was that? Because the father was deluded. अपना बच्चे को support करने के लिए continued. So the first shloka is Dhritarashtra Vacha. That's where we'll start, and then we'll quickly go to chapter 2 and try to complete as many shlokas today. So Dhritarashtra Vacha. This is the only place Dhritarashtra is spoken because Sanjay is his chariot driver, who also, Dhritarashtra, mind you, is blind, he cannot see. So Dhritarashtra, his driver Sanjay, was given divine vision where he could see everything, although he was far away. He could see everything. Ved Vyas ji had given him. दिव्य दृष्टि बोला जाता है, वो दिया. तो अब क्या हो गया? अब वो, he says, narrate to me what happens. So we'll chant the first shloka. धृतराष्ट्र वाचा. धर्म क्षेत्रे कुरुक्षेत्रे समवेतायुयुत्सवः मामकः पांडवाश्चैव किम कुर्वत संजय.
What did my people and the sons of Pandu do when they had assembled together, eager for the battle on the holy plain of Kurukshetra, O Sanjay? तो जो स्वामी जी समझा है कि क्या वो जानना चाहते हैं क्या होता है। तो यहाँ हिंदी में है, धृतराष्ट्र ने कहा, हे संजय, धर्म क्षेत्र कुरुक्षेत्र में युद्ध की इच्छा से एकत्रित मेरे और पांडु उनके भाई के पुत्रों ने क्या किया।
अच्छा।
और आप सब थोड़ा सा मैं बोल दूं, ये आप सब समझ लीजिए, ये दुनिया कुरुक्षेत्र है हमारे लिए। और वो कुरुक्षेत्र में लड़ाई के बीच में श्री कृष्ण जी अपना ये श्रीमद् भगवद गीता, हमारे घर में महाभारत नहीं रहता, राइट? बोलते झगड़ा होगा घर में, महाभारत मत रखिए हर एक घर में। ये महाभारत के ही पाठ है श्रीमद् भगवद गीता। भगवद गीता एक पोर्शन ऑफ महाभारत है, हर एक घर में पाया जाता है, लेकिन महाभारत में नहीं है, अलग से। तो आप समझिए, ये दुनिया के कुरुक्षेत्र में हम सब बैठे हैं और ये श्रीमद् भगवद गीता का पान कर रहे हैं, अपने जीवन में उतारे। हरि ओम।
तो इस श्लोक में क्या है? माम कहा पांडवश्चैव, मीनिंग कि मेरे और पांडु के पुत्र में क्या हुआ। संसार क्या है? मेरा पुत्र। So he is my son and that is your son. That is what created the fight. कि there was no unity. Family में मैं खुश रहूं, तुम जाओ, तुम कष्ट झेलो। तो उसी से संसार बनता है और उसी माया, that is माया, मोह meaning my son can be a total idiot and yet I'll keep on supporting him because मेरे lineage से निकला है। Whether he is incompetent, stupid, doesn't matter. लो बेटा, शाबाश। And somebody else is very nice, very brave, very smart, very educated, he gets the kick. Go away, I don't care about you. Why? Have you ever wondered? It is because of attachment. Rag, I love you. What is love? God knows these days. So ये सब है। इसमें तो बताते हैं कि धर्म क्षेत्रे कुरुक्षेत्रे, तो इसका मतलब कि ये अब युद्ध शुरू होगा, क्योंकि डिफरेंस है, आ गया, मैं मेरा तुम तुम्हारा। तो अब युद्ध के मैदान में ये शुरू होके दूसरे अध्याय का 11वां श्लोक भगवान बोलते हैं। दूसरे अध्याय का 11वां श्लोक, अशोच्यानन्वशोचत्स्वं प्रज्ञावादांश्च भाषसे गतासून अगतासूंश्च नानुशोचन्ति पंडितः।
Thou hast grieved. So the blessed Lord said, thou hast grieved for those that should not be grieved for, yet thou speakest words of wisdom. The wise grieve neither for the living nor for the dead. और हिंदी में है, तुमने उनके लिए शोक किया जो शोक करने के योग्य नहीं। ये शोक करने के योग्य नहीं है, उनके लिए शोक मत कीजिए। पुनरपि तुम बुद्धिमानों जैसे बातें करते हो, विद्वान लोग जीवित अथवा मृत के लिए शोक नहीं करते। हरि ओम।
So very deep shloka, but before that the context is the war is ready. Arjuna is ready to fight. He is fully prepared. He hates Duryodhan and all the atrocities. जितना कष्ट उनको आया वो सब उन्होंने सहा, क्योंकि उनको अब युद्ध था तो खूब शक्ति से ही they were ready. Arjuna was a very valiant fighter. इंद्र को भी, he even won Indra in the heaven once. Brought a lot of riches, नीचे लेके आया। तो खूब क्रोध में उसने बोला भगवान कृष्ण को, टेक माई चैरियट इन द मिडल, आई वॉन्ट टू सी, मैं देखना चाहता हूँ सामने सामने कि किस किस से मुझको युद्ध करना है, what am I dealing with, किससे मेरे को युद्ध करना है। But the minute he goes there, what happens? He is suddenly seeing दोनों सेनाओं के बीच में, and Lord Krishna like an expert placed the chariot where? Right in the middle, as Arjuna had asked him to do. But suppose Arjuna had only seen Duryodhana what would he have done? He hated Duryodhana. No problem, he would have fought. But what did Krishna do? Lord Krishna, Maya. He stopped the chariot right in the middle where he saw all the leaders, all the family, his grandpa, grandma, his sons, grandsons, his gurus, teachers, Sasur, his father-in-law. Their age was 72 and 79 at that time, fighting a war, imagine. So, अब ये सब देखा, वो विचलित हो गए, क्यों? Because obviously he didn't hate these people, he didn't hate Bhishma Pitama. Bhishma Pitama उनकी गोद में खेले हैं, अर्जुन, कौरव दोनों, और द्रोणाचार्य उन्होंने उनको गुरुकुल से सब विद्या सिखाई है. So he says, oh, how can I fight? So he gets stage fright. Like somebody who's supposed to perform a show, the tickets are sold, everybody is sitting, and the actor says, I'm nervous. I have a problem. Sorry, I don't want to go. He'll say, too late. Now is not the time for you to be nervous. Go. No. और यही हुआ. Exactly the same thing happened. Arjuna is now shell-shocked because of the love that sprang from his heart, seeing his grandpa, grandma. Now we are going to fight, हम मर जाएंगे. और ऐसे ऐसे उसने श्लोक निकाले, ऐसा ऐसा तर्क दिया. कल हमने एक तर्क सुनाया था कि पिंडदान नहीं होगा, पूर्वज गिरेंगे. We covered it yesterday. So he gave so much logic that, oh God, please don't ask me to fight. I would rather beg. I don't want the kingdom. I don't want the money. I don't want the name, the fame, this, that. I'm simply, let me just get out of here. कहाँ फंस गया? क्योंकि और फिर बहुत लॉजिक यूज किया कि भगवान देखो ये राज के लिए हम इतना करेंगे, क्या फायदा जब ये सब इनके खून से सने हुए चीजों को, because people are going to obviously in a war, what will happen? There's no picnic, people will die. On both sides, people will die. तो अब उसको लगा कि ये मरेंगे तो मैं ये कैसे बोझ अपने ऊपर सहूंगा. But mind you, Lord Krishna, he says about 20 such shlokas, this, that, here, there, सब कुछ बोल के फिर बोलता है, ऐसे माथा कर लिया, took out his bow and arrow, and he sat in the chariot. God, I am not going to fight. अब सोचो, and Lord Krishna not once interrupted. Lord knew already what he has to say, how he has to say, but he let him vomit. Because he's using logic, this, that. Normally अगर हमें कोई गलत बात बताए, हमसे 1 minute भी नहीं सुना जाता. हम बोलते हैं, wait a minute, you're wrong. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you blah, 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 blah. He just sat there calmly. And then अगले श्लोक में ये जो अभी पढ़ा है, अशोच्यनन्वशोचत संप्रज्ञावादांश्च भाष्य. अच्छा पूरा हो गया. अर्जुन से भगवान कृष्ण कहते हैं, you're done? He said, yes. Any more? No. So God now knows he has vomited everything. जो इसको तकलीफ थी, इसने कर दिया. Then God tells him, stand up and fight. He says, wait a minute. I told you so many things. Why I can't fight? Why? क्यों मैं युद्ध नहीं कर सकता? और भगवान क्या बोलते हैं? उठ के युद्ध. फिर वो बोलते हैं अंत में लॉजिक दे रहे हैं इस श्लोक से कि तू बातें तो बहुत बड़े-बड़े पंडितों जैसी कर रहा है, लेकिन है तू मूर्ख. He's calling him Ashocyananvashochat Sampragya. You're talking like an intellectual giant, but you people who are educated, who are smart, they don't grieve over people who have died and who have not died. Actually होता क्या है? जब आप ये गीता का पहला अध्याय पढ़ेंगे ना, you will fully agree with Arjuna. Everything he's saying, he's right. Why should he kill? Why should he do this? Why should he do that? Till you start reading the second chapter and the third chapter, and it takes Lord 700 shlokas of convincing. In the end, he says, Mashucha, now I understand. Shucha means grief. So he says, don't grieve. Don't grieve. In the end, when Gita concludes, he ends up with the same thing. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma shucha, which means come to me and do your duties, forget everything else, but don't grieve. What do we do when something sad happens in our life? We grieve. We automatically, it's in our DNA. We don't know. हमें ज्ञान नहीं रहता, हम करते ही हैं. इसीलिए गीता लिखा गया है. इसीलिए मरगी के समय 13 days जब हम बैठते हैं, we do 13 days of Gita, so we can help the family cope with that grief. And not only the family, all of us benefit also. Secondly, we help the soul that has departed. जब पितृपक्ष चल रहा है, तो उसका पूरा पुण्य उसको जाता है. If you cry, tears of anguish, tears of frustration, get frustrated with God, why did you do this to me? Why did this happen? And all that stuff. Your pitras are in pain. The scriptures guide you regarding that. They have to also eat our tears and whatever else comes with it. When somebody cries, especially when women cry, we give them a handkerchief and then they blow something. That also has to go by the pitras. हाँ, सब लेना पड़ता है उनको, कोई choice नहीं है. तो इसीलिए बोलते हैं कि pray, don't cry. Celebrate the life of the departed, learn from them, celebrate their life, or at least pay them respects and let them go peacefully. Otherwise the journey becomes hard for the soul, and the journey will become hard for you also, because you also have to move on. So therefore, he says, you are talking like a big pandit, but you are not a pandit. Stand up. Any interest, tells him to fight. That is the journey. Then he goes, explains why was God so harsh. He loved Arjuna so much. But a father is harsh with his son. When he has to study, the father will say, you are playing out. Come on, study. अभी तुम्हारा काम पढ़ाई करने के लिए है, घूमने फिरने के लिए नहीं. So this is what Arjuna is now being guided, and Krishna is a chariot driver, although he is God, but he now has become the guru, like the guru, the teacher. And whenever the guru comes, he removes darkness. That's what gurus are supposed to do, create light. अंधेरे को हटाओ, उजाला लाओ. You don't have to create light, by the way. The light is always there. You have to just remove the darkness. As soon as the darkness goes, light is already there. फिर बताते हैं भगवान, this is the 13th shloka of the second chapter. He says, देहिनो अस्मिन् यथा देहे कौमारं यौवनं जरा तथा देहांतर प्राप्तिर धीरस्तत्र न मुह्यति.
Just as in this body, the embodied soul passes into childhood, youth, and old age, so also does it pass into another body. The firm man does not grieve thereafter. हिंदी में, जिस प्रकार से जीव आत्मा इस शरीर से कुमार, यौवन और वृद्ध अवस्था में वृद्ध अवस्था की ओर अग्रसर होता है. पता चलता है बेबी से another bigger child and then youth, old age, पता ही नहीं चलता. ग्रे है बताता कि हम बूढ़े होने लगे. उसी प्रकार से परिवर्तन क्रम में नव देह की प्राप्ति करता है, नया बॉडी मिलता है. वैसे ही पता ही नहीं चलता. बीच में जो कर्म है वो तो अपना काम करेगा. धीर पुरुष इस पर मोह नहीं करते.
So what is Lord saying here? Now he's getting into the deeper logic. Why is he making these comments? Why is he saying fight, fight, fight? Is he cruel? Does he not care about Arjuna's sentiments? क्या है भगवान उसको क्यों आदेश दे रहे हैं? क्यों एक जगह तो बोलते हैं डोंट बी इम्पोर्टेंट, नपुंसक मत बनो, उठो युद्ध करो, थिंकिंग कि अर्जुन उस भाव से थोड़ा क्रोधित होकर उसका भाव जागेगा, नपुंसक मत बनो. So the reason is Arjun is looking at bodies. He's looking at grandpa, grandma, gurus, sons, uncles, aunts, all these people that he has attached himself to. So he is looking at bodies. Lord Krishna is looking at it from another angle. He is looking at it from the soul, आत्मा. तो शरीर भगवान के लिए कुछ है ही नहीं, क्योंकि भगवान आगे बताएंगे भी, लेकिन यहाँ पर भगवान कह रहे हैं why, what's the big deal? Don't you see yourself? You were born as a pocket size edition. हम कितने छोटे से तो रहते हैं, इतने से पैदा होते हैं, 7 pounds 8 ounces. Celebrate. तो धीरे 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 we grow, youth, middle age, old age, decline, and he says you then get a new birth. See, in Sanatan Dharma, 2 things are foundational. Otherwise, you cannot be called a Sanatan Dharmi. I'm sorry. If these 2 you don't believe in, then we cannot be qualified to listen to any teachings, anything. First thing is the theory of reincarnation. Nothing is wasted. Everything is recycled. हमारा ये शरीर मरता ही नहीं है. 3 शरीर हैं, 3 bodies, but we only know one because we have not invested the time to understand the other 2. So the other 2 are your astral body, the third one is your causal body. इनको बोला जाता है स्थूल शरीर, सूक्ष्म शरीर, कारण शरीर. कारण क्यों? कि उस कारण से हमारा जन्म होता रहता है. कारण क्या है? विद्या, ignorance, because we think the world is real, and who has seen that? तो भगवान यहाँ पर बताते हैं जैसे तुम्हारा ये चक्र चल रहा है उसी तरीके से तुम्हारा पुनर्जन्म होगा, निश्चित, no doubt. God is saying. So the second thing is the theory of karma, action and reaction. Even physics teaches you theory of motion. Every action has a reaction. You kill a person, you go to jail or you get sentenced to death. You break a pencil, you get a slap from the teacher. Something like that. Not a slap anymore in America. When we were in Australia, when we were young in India, that was a very common occurrence. Huh? So, small crimes, small punishment, big crimes, we don't argue with that on this world. Why would we argue with heaven and hell? Those things are also there. Because जो आपने किया है, कल ही हम बात किए थे, चित्रगुप्त महाराज आपके चीफ अकाउंटेंट, ये आपकी तरह ही, वहाँ पर बट उनसे गलती कुछ नहीं होता, हमसे गलती हो सकता है. Everything is recorded, every second is recorded, and therefore based on that, he is not worried. He says, when you depart from this body, 3 things are identified: जाति, आयु, भोग. 3 चीज. जाति, हम कौन, जाति मतलब हम कुत्ता बनेंगे अगले जन्म में, इस जन्म में तो मनुष्य होके भी कई लोग वैसा ही बिहेवियर रखते हैं, लेकिन कैसे? सात्विक कुत्ते, तामसिक कुत्ते, या राजसिक कुत्ते. इनका कुत्ता, हमारे रवीन जी का बड़ा सात्विक कुत्ता है, बड़ा सात्विक, प्योर, शांति से बैठा रहता है. सैर करने ले जाओ, वो प्रसाद खाता है मजे से, इतना भक्ति घुसा हुआ है उसमें. I'm literally telling you, he's forgotten how to eat bones. He's a dog. Yeah, Swamiji is saying, tell everybody about the dog in where I grew up when I was young, in my previous younger life. There was a temple next to our house, and a dog would come on Tuesday, Hanumanji Day, and he would just sit outside, and he would only eat prasad. If you would give him meat, he would reject. सिर कहीं और कर लेता है. तो ऐसी योनियों में भी लोगों को जाना पड़ता होगा. What science is telling him to reject that thing and go for prasad? So, and this is literally true. तो ऐसे ही भगवान बोलते हैं इसका वरी नहीं करो. जाति आयु भोगा, मीनिंग यू विल बी बोर्न अकॉर्डिंग टू व्हाटएवर जैसी वृत्ति आपकी है. इफ यू हैव डन गुड थिंग्स, you will know at the time of your death which classification you fit into. Number one, ayu, how much age you will live. That is why sometimes you go to hospitals, you say 3-year-old with leukemia, 3-year-old with cancer. Sometimes elderly people, this, that. Ayu हम पीछे से लिखा के आते हैं. We cannot do anything. Then people say, अरे उस डॉक्टर को कुछ नहीं आता, उसने अच्छा नहीं किया, उसका पेशेंट मर गया, ये हो गया, वो. डॉक्टर की गलती नहीं है. He became an instrument to fulfill the plan of God. Although we should put in our effort, self-effort is always required. But when we go, and if it's not suicide, understand the divine plan is reacting. Divine plan, भगवान का. तो जाति आयु और भोगा, भोगा मीनिंग एक्सपीरियंसेस इन योर लाइफ, सुख दुख का अनुभव. That means within these three categories you have full freedom. You can do a lot of things. That's why we also say you are the architect of your destiny. In addition to all this, this is the landscape. Now you go write a movie. You do whatever you want with your life, as long as these big boundaries are there through God. You don't have to worry about it even. When it happens, it happens. तो ये भगवान का ज्ञान है. फिर आगे भगवान बताते हैं, ना सतो विद्यते भावो न भावो विद्यते सतः उभयोरपि दृष्टवन्तस्तवनयोस्तु तत्त्वदर्शिभिः.
The unreal had no being. There is no non-being of the real. The truth about both has been seen by the knowers of the truth. That means, or the seers of the essence. Very deep. तो हिंदी में है, असत्य का अस्तित्व नहीं है, अनट्रुथ का अस्तित्व नहीं है, और सत्य का अभाव नहीं है. दोनों की वास्तविकता तत्वदर्शियों, that means ज्ञानियों के द्वारा देखी गई है.
So deep shloka, and God is just very poetic also. Na sato vidyate bhavo na bhavo vidyate satah, which means that truth is everywhere, in every particle, in every one of us. Truth means the essence of life and death and how the mystery of the universe works. देखो, वो ब्रह्मांड है. ब्रह्मांड means the cosmos. The creation of the whole thing is ब्रह्म का अंडा ब्रह्मांड कहा जाता है. वहाँ से हिरण्यगर्भ, प्रकृति और पुरुष are husband and wife, male and female. Through them comes hiranyagarbha. That is the womb through which ahankar is created, and so on. We are not going to get into that due to time problem. But basically what we are saying is that is the essence of us coming to this earth and then going back. So therefore God particle is in everything. It's in an atom. Have you ever wondered in an atom why is electron and proton moving and why is neutron actually holding it together? And we say that is the smallest, सबसे छोटी वस्तु तो atom है, लेकिन उसके अंदर भी कौन उसको घुमा रहा है? Who's giving it that energy? That we say is that divine plan. उसकी सत्ता. भगवान एक अवतार हैं. This world is also, भागवतम में 24 अवतार बताते हैं. विश्व एक अवतार है. This is also one of the avatars of the Lord. His magical power. Just like a magician, when he uses his magical power, it creates an illusion of reality. Although it is all a show. All a show. Nothing is real. Whatever magic he's doing is all a show. But while you are hypnotized, it's real for you. आपके लिए तो वो डॉलर बिल आपका फाड़ दिया उसने. 10 रुपए मंगवाए, फाड़ दिए. And then he asks for a little cup and then a little pigeon flows out of it, right? It all feels so real. In the end, it's all an illusion. The pigeon turns back into a cup. Your folder is, आपका $10 भी ठीक हो गया. आपका घड़ी ले लेके फोड़ दिया, वो घड़ी भी ठीक है. कुछ नहीं हुआ. तो उस समय what happened? We were the one under the spell. Much in the same way, this world is also an illusion through the Vedanta philosophy. There is only one, no duality. We are all carbon copies, Xerox. लेकिन एक ब्रह्मांड का क्रिएटर है. तो भगवान बताते हैं कि असत वस्तु सत है ही नहीं, उसका हमेशा असत ही रहेगा, क्योंकि हमारा ये शरीर असत है. If it was true, if it was real, don't you think we would all be living forever? Who would want to die? Who would want pain? So these things are unreal. इस प्रकार दोनों को तत्वज्ञानी means saints and sages, enlightened people, gurus, people who have spent their life understanding these deep mysteries, they know. So he says वो लोग ये इस बात से दुखी नहीं होते. Why are we discussing all this? Bhagavad Gita. So we can understand we have to go through each of these steps. ये हमारे लिए भी भगवान ने बोला है. अर्जुन हमारा प्रतिनिधि है, just like your representative in the government. He is representing us. फिर बोलते हैं अंतवंत इमे देहा नित्यस्योक्तः शरीरिणः अनाशिनो अप्रमेयस्य तस्माद्युध्यस्व भारत.
These bodies of the embodied self, which is eternal, indestructible, and immeasurable, are said to have an end. Therefore, fight, O Arjun. आत्मा की बात है यहाँ हिंदी में. असत नित्य अविनाशी अप्रमेय शरीरधारी जीव आत्मा के ये शरीर नश्वर है, ऐसा कहा जाता है. इसलिए हे अर्जुन तुम युद्ध करो, उठ जाओ.
So what is God again guiding Arjuna? You cannot sit still. You cannot say it's too late, or I don't want to fight, or I love this and I love that. The reason is, all this is, आपके शरीर में दो चीजें हैं. एक जिसका नाश होता है, एक जिसका नाश नहीं होता. नाश किसका होता है? आपके शरीर का. This body is transient. Therefore, we cannot get it back. We cannot reverse. We cannot become a baby again, even if we wanted to. Or the youth, ये दौलत भी ले लो, ये शोहरत भी ले लो, बचपन की जवानी चाहिए, कहाँ आएगी? अब मिस हो गई, gone. So now, what has to happen is you plan for your future. That you can control. Past is gone. वो अब नहीं कर सकते. तो भगवान बताते हैं नाश रहित अप्रमेय नित्य स्वरूप. नाश रहित means indestructible. अप्रमेय, it doesn't need proof. It's self-evident. What proof do you need? And then nitya swarup meaning that is constant. आपके अंदर कौन सी चीज है जो आपको बताती है कि कभी आप बच्चे थे, फिर आप बड़े हुए, 3 साल का, 5 साल का आपको मेमोरीज रहता है, सुख दुख का मेमोरीज रहता है. You close your eyes and you reach there. That consciousness is ever the same, whether you are 90 years old or you are 5 years old. तो वो जो ये देख रहा है वो आपका आत्मा. वो तो ये जीवात्मा क्या है? हम जीव के रूप में इस धरती पर आते हैं. We come as soul, individual souls, and then we have this layer of body and mind and intellect and ego and senses. ये सब हमारे ऊपर साथ आ जाता है, तो हमको जीव आत्मा कहा जाता है. और भगवान को क्या बोलते हैं? परम आत्मा. He is the controller of all the जीव आत्मास. तो he says all this, सब शरीर नाशवान कहे गए हैं. Body cannot stay even if we wanted it to. इसलिए हे भरतवंशी अर्जुन, तू युद्ध कर. Don't look at their physical bodies. Their atma, their essence that they are is indestructible. We just talked about it. Astral body, causal body. Astral bodies, mind, senses, intellect, ego. When we die, it doesn't disappear. If we are mean, that meanness goes with us. If we are kind, that kindness will also go with you. सब कुछ साथ जाता है. तभी तो वहाँ पर चित्रगुप्त बैठ के बोलते हैं कि तुम्हारा अगला जन्म क्या होगा, तुम क्या बनोगे, राक्षस बनोगे, असुर बनोगे कि सुर बनोगे. What embodiment will you go in? There you don't have a choice. You have a choice while you are committing the act, because God gave us बुद्धि, intellect दिया है. पहले ही सोच लो भैया. तो यहाँ बताते हैं, तो अंत में बोलते हैं, फिर यहाँ पे अगला श्लोक जो कि बहुत पॉपुलर भी रहता है, कई लोग जानते भी होंगे. वासांसि जीर्णानि यथा विहाय नवानि गृह्णाति नरो प्राणी तथा शरीराणि विहाय जीर्णान्यानि संयाति नवानि देहि.
Just as a man casts off worn out clothes and puts on new ones, so also the embodied self casts off worn out bodies and enters others which are new. हिंदी में, जिस प्रकार से कोई व्यक्ति जीर्ण मीन्स बूढ़ा शरीर, शीर्ण वस्त्रों को उतारकर नवीन वस्त्र धारण करता है, उसी प्रकार यह देहधारी आत्मा पुरानी शरीर त्याग कर नया शरीर धारण करता है. ये नहीं कि मनुष्य ही मिलेगा, कुछ और भी मिल सकता है. तो चेत लो अभी से. आप लोग तो चेते हैं, लेकिन कई लोग पता नहीं क्या.
God is very clear in his directions. He says, and why is he using this example? Because we can relate to it, right? आजकल तो he says when your clothes get old, our soul is very fashionable. It wants new things. Just like you want new things. You want new clothes all the time, isn't it? ये वाला नया. तो भगवान कहते हैं कि जैसे हम पुराने वस्त्रों को त्याग देते हैं, we get new ones, give the old ones to goodwill or something. यहाँ पे भगवान बोलते हैं कि देखो अब वैसे ही तुम्हारा जीवात्मा has now moved into a new body, a body that is beneficial for you, and that's what we should go after, not just the physical body. Change is the law of nature, ना? Change is in everything. फिर भगवान आगे इसको पुष्ट करते हैं. Through this he says, नैनम छिन्दन्ति शस्त्राणि नैनम दहति पावकः न चैनम क्लेद्यन्त्याप्यो न शोष्यति मारुतः.
Weapons cut it not. Fire burns it not. Water wets it not. Wind dries it not. What the self-atman. हिंदी में, शास्त्र इसे काट नहीं सकते, अग्नि जला नहीं सकती, जल इसे भिगो नहीं सकता और वायु सुखा नहीं सकता. आत्मा हमारी ऐसी है.
So, very self-explanatory. We are only attached to these 4 or 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, ether. धरती, जल, अग्नि, वायु, आकाश. तो ये चीजों से ही हमारा बाहरी शरीर बना है. हड्डियां, मांस, रक्त, अंदर जठराग्नि, all these things are there through these 5 elements. But here God is saying कि this Atma is a different category. You cannot cut it with weapons. You can cut bodies with weapons. That's why God is using weapons, because Arjuna is a warrior. He understands that example better. कि weapons इसको कुछ नहीं करेंगे. मतलब कि तुम हत्या भी कर दोगे तो केवल शरीर का हुआ जो नाशवान है ही. सपोज वॉर नहीं होगा तो क्या वो मरेंगे नहीं? मरेंगे तो सही, तो जब आज नहीं तो कल हम सबको जाना है, हमको जाना है, हमारे परिवार को, बच्चों को, सबको। लेकिन हम बोलते हैं शुभ शुभ बोलो, शुभ शुभ। हाँ बिल्कुल शुभ बोलो, अच्छा है कि शुभ बोलो, लेकिन ज्ञान तो रखो कि भाई हमारे को परमानेंट ठप्पा नहीं लगा हुआ है, वीजा नहीं है कि हम कभी कुछ होगा ही नहीं हमको। One day we also have to go. So this is the wake-up call for our journey. The alarm bell, snooze button. 5 more minutes. When the time will go, who knows? When those 5 minutes may never come. That is what the meaning is. That the weapons cannot cut it, fire cannot burn it, water cannot wet it, and vayu air cannot dry it. Why is he saying that? Because these are the only things we can relate to. हमको यही पता है ना कि जिसको जल भी गीला नहीं करेगा वो कैसी चीज है। तो उसको ढूंढने के लिए योगी, बड़े बड़े ऋषि मुनि, that is the mystery that we call God realization, trying to find what is that energy, what is that thing that is so different that बड़े बड़े मुनि, ऋषि मुनि भी उसको पकड़ में आसानी से नहीं पकड़ पाते। They cannot easily catch it. And it doesn't come only through effort. If it came through effort, all the educated people would get it first. बड़ा बड़ा डिग्री है उनके पास, भाई डॉक्टर है, सब कुछ है, लेकिन उनको नहीं। कभी कभी शबरी को मिल जाता है, रामकृष्ण परमहंस को। People who are totally uneducated, people who don't even know how to sign their name, have seen God. Not seen God, felt and experienced Him. Can you imagine that? That comes from faith, it comes from sincerity, it comes from purity. And that is not so easy to do because we are conflicted. Why are we conflicted? दोनों चीजें अच्छी हैं, भगवान भी अच्छे हैं, संसार तो बहुत ही अच्छा है, दोनों तो अच्छे हैं। I like my clothes, I like my car, I like my house, I like my family. God, I love you too. So God says, okay, but let me know. Right now I am taking a nap. When you say, God, I only want you, I don't want anything else, only you. तो हाथी के पाँव में सबका पाँव। जब भगवान को पकड़ लिया तो सब कुछ उसके अंदर ही है। You don't have to be conflicted. You catch the right source. दुर्योधन के मेवो त्यागो साग विधुर घर खाई. Simplicity, then he will come. But if we try to win him through money, through this, that, and he will not come. And this is why he is explaining this. Then he says, Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityur dhruvo janmamritasya cha tasmad pariharyarthe na tvam shochitum arhasi.
For Satan is death for the born, and Satan is birth for the dead. Therefore, over the inevitable thou shouldst not grieve. हिंदी में, जन्म लेने वाले की मृत्यु निश्चित है और मरने वाले का जन्म वो भी सुनिश्चित है, जिसका कोई निराकरण ही नहीं है, अर्थात जो बात टल नहीं सकती उसके लिए तुम्हें शोक नहीं करना चाहिए। हरिओम।
So here God is using reverse logic. He says, suppose you are saying, okay, if Atma is not real, this, that, then even then you cannot control death and you cannot control birth. That will happen. वो तो होगा ही. तो फिर तुम क्यों शोक करते हो? Shok means grief. Why are you grieving over something that is evident? It has to happen to each one of us and all of us will go through it. So he says that is just the law of nature. सर्दी के बाद गर्मी, फिर ऑटम, फिर स्प्रिंग, फिर वही सेम ओल्ड साइकिल विल कंप्लीट. फिर ठंड आएगी, दिन आता है, फिर रात आती है, अच्छा होता है, बुरा होता है. He says, so learn, grow, learn, come and sit near me, listen to the Bhagavad Gita, attend satsanga. Satsanga, association of the truth. So the knowledge can be created and darkness can be dispelled. यही भगवान बोल रहे हैं, अंधेरे को हटाओ और उजाले को लाओ. Then he says, अव्यक्तादीनि भूतानि व्यक्तमध्यानि भारत अव्यक्तनिधनान्येव तत्र का परिदेवना.
Beings are unmanifested in their beginning, manifested in their middle state, O Arjun, and unmanifested again in their end. What is there to grieve about? ये श्रीमद् भागवत चतुश्लोकी में जो भगवान बोलते मैं था, मैं हूँ और मैं सदा रहूँ. हमारा आत्मा वैसे ही था, है, आगे भी रहेगा. तो इसका आप तो गुण पकड़ लेंगे क्योंकि भागवतम इसमें है सब. तो चतुश्लोकी भी होता रहता है. तो हिंदी में समस्त प्राणी, सृष्टि के समस्त प्राणी आदि में अप्रकट्य रहते हैं, दिखाई नहीं देते पहले, सृष्टि से पहले, और मध्य में प्रकट रूप में हो जाते, जो हमारे शरीर दिखता. आत्मा नहीं दिखता था, शरीर बन धारण कर लिया तो दिखता है. अब क्या होता है अंत में, हे अर्जुन, पुनः अप्रकट हो जाते हैं. जब शरीर का देहांत होता है, देह का अंत होता है, तो फिर क्या हो जाता, फिर अप्रकट्य हो जाता है. तो नाइस थिंग टू मेडिटेट ऑन. सो इस प्रकार से शोक करने का कोई कारण ही नहीं है. ये तो भगवान बात करते हैं.
So this is the wisdom God is giving, and this is our practical example, our practical experience. हम देखते ही हैं, जितना हमारा आयु है उससे पहले हम थोड़ी थे. तभी तो हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू होता है, welcome to the world, and then we keep on going. Every birthday we celebrate, we are 1 year closer to our departure also, isn't it? Happy 60th, 70th, okay? कितना देर बचा है अब ना? लेकिन वो हम सोचते नहीं.
Opposite count करें.
उल्टा count down. तो he says why should we grieve over that? Pretty obvious. फिर बोलते हैं सुख दुख समय कृत्वा लाभा लाभो जया जयो ततो युद्धाय युज्यस्व नैवं पापं वाप्स्यसि.
Okay. Having made pleasure and pain, gain and loss, victory and defeat the same, thou in battle for the sake of battle, thus thou shalt not incur sin. Sin नहीं होगा. हिंदी में सुख दुख लाभ हानि, जय पराजय में समभाव, इक्वालिटी जो बोलते हैं, समभाव रहकर अब तुम युद्ध के लिए तैयार हो जाओ. ऐसा करने से तुम्हें पाप नहीं लगेगा.
कितना सुंदर श्लोक है. How beautiful it is. Imagine earlier what Arjun is saying. If I kill these relatives of mine and we fight and we do this, we do that, I will incur sin. मुझको पाप लगेगा. मुझको पाप लगेगा. इसलिए मैं युद्ध नहीं करूँगा. We sat down. And God is saying the total opposite of what He is thinking. 180 degree, totally opposite direction. He says, you will incur sin if you don't fight. Why? Because you are a Kshatriya. तुम युद्ध करना तुम्हारा धर्म है और ये धर्ममय युद्ध तुमको प्राप्त हुआ है. This has come through the divine grace. You have done everything ethically possible. और युद्ध के लिए जैसे हमारा देश के ऊपर कोई आक्रमण करे तो हमें युद्ध करना होगा. हमारे घर के अंदर कोई चोर घुस जाए हमें उनसे लड़ना होगा. We don't have a choice in that matter. That's not the time to do mala chanting. It's the time to protect your body and also be safe. So this is where Arjuna is and God is trying to take him there. कि तुम युद्ध करो. तो ये हमारा समय होता है. 5 मिनट और चल सकते हैं. 5 ठीक है. क्योंकि हमारा इच्छा है कि 1-2 और श्लोक हम खत्म करें और फिर हम इसके बाद विराम देकर भगवद गीता का आरती करेंगे। तो ये श्लोक तो आपने देखा होगा, बहुत फेमस श्लोक है। सब जगह ये भगवान कृष्ण चैरियट चला रहे हैं, अर्जुन बैठा है और चैरियट पे पता है कौन बैठे हैं? हनुमान जी। हनुमान जी का झंडा। वो बोलते हैं कि उनका रोल क्या है? दहाड़ मारते हैं जोर से कि I will scare the heck out of these people who are trying to fight with you। ऐसा शक्ति है। तो वो बोलते हैं यहाँ पर कर्मण्यवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्म फल हेतुर्भूर्मा ते संगोत्स्व कर्मणि।
Thy right is to work only, but never with its fruits। ये आप सब सीख गए। शरणागत शरणागत शरणागत, surrender surrender surrender, that is, do not ask for the fruits. God himself will give you the fruits of your actions. Let not the fruits of action be thy motive, nor let the attachment be to inaction। ये बहुत डीप बात है, कई लोग गलत समझते हैं इसका। 47 हिंदी में है, तुम्हारा अधिकार केवल कर्म करने का है। You have the rights to do your karma। फल की इच्छा करने का कदापि नहीं। लेकिन क्या करते? ट्रेड ऑफ। गीता का ज्ञान है, फिर भी तुम्हारा उद्देश्य कर्म फल की प्राप्ति न हो और ना ही कर्म के त्याग। This is the deep that Swamiji will explain, the depth, in depth। So, और ना ही कर्म के त्याग या अकर्म के तुम्हारा अनुराग हो।
So this shlok is very deep. Most of you have seen it with that chariot picture of Lord Krishna। इसके नीचे लिखा रहता है ये श्लोक। तो भगवान क्या बोल रहे हैं? हमको बार बार याद करा रहे हैं कि कर्म करने में तेरा कर्मण्यवाधिकारस्ते, मीनिंग you, it's your right to do action। You cannot come to this world in a body and say I don't know, अगर भगवान के बिना पत्ता भी नहीं हिलता तो मैं काम क्यों करूं? ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता। You have to do your duty to the best of your ability, and God is saying it here in this shloka। It is your duty to do your karma। You and I are Arjuna। We don't have to fight the battle with our swords, but we have to fight the battle with our practical realities that you face every single day in your life। It may be your boss, it may be your son going through some troubles, it may be something else। It's our battle। Each one of us have our own battle। आप सब अर्जुन हैं, हम सब की अपनी अपनी समस्याएं हैं, केवल युद्ध भूमि डिफरेंट है। ठीक है, युद्ध भूमि, हमारी युद्ध भूमि यहाँ पे है, आपकी हमारी। तो इस सब में हमारा अधिकार है कर्म करने में। ना फलेषु कदाचन, not in the fruits। So don't get stuck with if I do this, what will I get? How will I benefit? What will happen to me? So practically God says the outcome will flow. If a farmer is sincere in his farming, he has done all his best, he should not keep waiting for the fruits. It will come as a result. But don't be attached to it। There may be some seasons when it doesn't rain, the fruits don't come, but you have to have that patience and give it your sincere effort। तो कर्म सिंसियरली करो, फल में फंसो नहीं। इसलिए तो कर्म फल का हेतु भी मत बन। Don't say I became this, I did that, or you be attached to something out of the fruits। And the fourth one it says Sangvastru karmani। You are also not allowed to not do karma। Don't say if I don't have to look for the fruits, then why should I do anything anyway? What's in it for me? What will I get? तो वो भगवान कहते हैं you will get the love। And most of you who have done some volunteer work can attest to that। The joy that you will get out of helping somebody। जब आप किसी का मदद करते हैं, किसी का आंसू पोंछते हैं, किसी को रास्ता बताते हैं, किसी का कल्याण करते हैं, तो अंदर जो खुशी होता है वो कोई भी पैसा आपको नहीं दे सकता। That money cannot give you that joy of selflessly। And if you have a skill, If you're a doctor, so many doctors go and help poor kids in places, and so many nurses do that. Or you can be an accountant and do free taxes for old people or something. Anything that gives you joy from your skill, but you are saying, God, it's not about money anymore. I want to do good in this world. ये भगवान बताते हैं तो कर्म तो कर दिया, लेकिन कर्म ना करने में भी आसक्ति ना हो, which means you have to do it. इसीलिए ये 4 चीजें बताई गई हैं. तो हमने आपसे 7 मिनट एक्स्ट्रा लिए हैं आनंद जी. दिल तो करता है कि चलते रहो, लेकिन समय की अपनी परिधि है. So I think there were a few more shlokas which we will try to cover tomorrow. So let us all enjoy the Gita Aarti followed by Mahamangala Aarti. हरि ओम तत्सत.
एक भजन नहीं होगा,
एक
बच्चे भजन नहीं करते.
बेटा
हाँ,
छोटा ला.
एक छोटा भजन कर दीजिए, उसके बाद आरती करेंगे.
तब आरती करेंगे. बीच में आज विश्वास इतना डीप हो गया.
अगली बारी डबल लेना.
नेक्स्ट टाइम हम इतने समय के लिए नहीं चाहेंगे यहाँ प्रोग्राम करने के लिए. मैं क्षमा चाहती हूँ बोलने के लिए. 1.5 hour of our प्रवचन is not enough to give you enough. It's just a drop in the bucket. So आगे के लिए.
जोरदार तालियां इन बच्चों के लिए और इस मंडली के लिए, इतना सुंदर सहयोग सबने दिया। ब्यूटीफुल ब्यूटीफुल, वेरी नाइस। तो चलिए हम सब लोग गीता माँ का आरती करके महामंगल आरती करें और आज की सत्संग को समाप्ति की ओर ले जाएं। धन्यवाद।
आप सब, मेरा एक आज्ञा है कि जो थोड़ा बूढ़े हैं सब अपने उनको फ्रेश मौका दीजिए, क्राउड में ना फंसे और उनको कोई तकलीफ ना पहुंचे। सीनियर्स पहले आ जाए, सब समय ऐसा करना चाहिए, सीनियर्स को पहला मौका दे।
जय भगवत गीते माँ, जय भगवत गीते, हरि कमल विहारी, हरि कमल विहारी, सुंदर सुपुनीते। ओम जय भगवत गीते, धर्म सुधर्म प्रकाशिनी, कामा शक्ति हरा, मैया कामा शक्ति हरा, तत्व ज्ञान विकासिनी, तत्व ज्ञान विकासिनी, विद्या ब्रह्म परा। ओम जय भगवत गीते, निश्चल भक्ति हारिणी, निर्मल मलहारी, मैया निर्मल मलहारी, चरण रहस्य प्रदायिनी, चरण रहस्य प्रदायिनी, सब विधि सुखकारी। ओम जय भगवत गीते, राग द्वेष विचारिणी, कारिणी मोद सदा, मैया कारिणी मोद सदा, भव भय हारिणी तारिणी, भव भय हारिणी तारिणी, परमानंद करा। ओम जय भगवत गीते, आसुर भाव विनाशिनी, नाशिनी कमरजनी, मैया नाशिनी कमरजनी, दैवी सद्गुणदायिनी, दैवी सद्गुणदायिनी, हरि रसिका सजनी। ओम जय भगवत गीते, समता त्याग सिखावनी, हरि मुख की वाणी, मैया हरि मुख की वाणी, सकल शास्त्रों की स्वामी, सकल शास्त्रों की स्वामी, दुखियों की रानी। ओम जय भगवत गीते, दया सुधाकर सावनी, मातु पिता की जय, मैया मातु पिता की जय, हरि पद प्रेम दान कर, हरि पद प्रेम दान कर, अपनों पर लीजिए। ओम जय भगवत श्रवणनयनजं वा अपराधं विहितं विहितं वा सर्वमेतत्क्षमस्व। जय जय करुणाब्धे श्री महादेव शंभो। जय जय करुणाब्धे श्री महादेव शंभो। जय जय करुणाब्धे श्री महादेव शंभो। सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ॐ ब्रह्मार्पणं ब्रह्महवि ब्रह्माग्नौ ब्रह्मणाहुतं ब्रह्मैव तेन गन्तव्यं ब्रह्मकर्म समाधिनः। अहं वैश्वानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनां देहमाश्रितः प्राण अपान समायुक्ता पचामन्यं चतुर्विधम्। हरिः ओम तत्सत्। ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु। समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु। शांति शांति शांति। Since it's the auspicious Pitru Paksh time, let us all give this punya to our pitras. 3 बार बोलेंगे गीता पुण्यम अर्पणम करिष्ये। 3 बार श्री कृष्ण अर्पणम करिष्ये। गीता पुण्यम अर्पणम करिष्ये। गीता पुण्यम अर्पणम करिष्ये। गीता पुण्यम अर्पणम करिष्ये। ओम श्री कृष्ण अर्पणम करिष्ये। ओम श्री कृष्ण अर्पणम करिष्ये। ओम श्री कृष्ण अर्पणम करिष्ये। ओम शांति शांति शांति।
अपने अपने पितरों का सबका आह्वान करके उनको दान कीजिए। ये गीता का पुण्य, उनका नाम ले लीजिए मन में।
ठीक है, हम धन्यवाद देते हैं सनातन धर्म क्वींसलैंड इस समिति को, यहाँ के में सब संस्थाओं को और यहाँ के विद्यमान ब्राह्मण देवताओं को जिनकी वजह से ये यज्ञ संपूर्ण हो रहा है। So thank you to each one of you. With this we conclude our second day of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and the final day will be tomorrow. So please continue to come and let us all give these blessings to our pitris who are not physically with us. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat.
Hari Om Tat Sat।
कुछ बोलेंगे?
अति सुंदर आप सब।